So the HTC Hero's got a pretty nice looking music player. I've set up a little widget at the end here for you, full screen widget. There's also a smaller widget if you prefer that one. As you can see, we get this nice album art view, which they sort of put the album art on the front of the CD case. As you can see, you've got sort of this bit down the edge here as if it's supposed to be the edge of the case, the hinge of the CD case I suppose. And it looks pretty nice. I mean, you can flick backwards and forwards between all the different songs, and the album art changes obviously. Or you can just go directly in by tapping on the album. That takes you directly into the music player. You can see we've got a different album art will be in the background. We've only got a couple of different pieces of album art on this particular handset at the moment. But as you flick through your music, it sort of spins around to show you within the same album, listening to a different song. And you can play it from in here, or you can just play it actually back from the home screen as well on the widget itself. You can just hit play and it'll start playing straight away in the widget. So if you go into here, you can also create playlists and view various different playlists, and you can actually view your music by artists, albums, playlists, songs, genres, composers, and also music that you've purchased. So it's quite a nice little setup. Makes it very easy to find music, and you can flick backwards and forwards and go into a song and actually see the album art and stuff that you've got in there. So it's a pretty nice interface. Obviously it's got the 3.5mm headphone jack on the top here, so makes it easy to listen to your music, and there's also an A2DP Bluetooth connection as well for stereo Bluetooth headphones. The only problem with the music player is there's no equalizer of any sort, so you're very limited on settings and how you want to listen to your music in terms of how it sounds. As you can see, there's not much other than sort of shuffle and repeat modes to select from. Just going to show you the calendar now as well. If we just hit this icon here, it takes us straight into the calendar, a nice little shortcut. And every day with an event on has this little triangular piece in the corner. So we just select today, we can see today's view and today's events. From there you can just go in and see what's happening in that event and various event information. If we go back, you can see at the bottom here we've actually got a weather details for today, and we've got the same for the next few days as well, probably the next 4 or 5 days I think it is. It actually goes up to shows you the forecast details, so you can actually see how the weather will be on the day that your event's taking place, which is also quite nice. And again, there's a nice widget for this, so say we didn't want the music widget, we can just press and hold, drag it down to the bin, and we can stick the calendar widget up. And again, you've got the large view, just as we've seen there, or a smaller view with just little status information there on which events are coming up next. But if we go for the larger one, you can see it sort of overlays it on my background here, and has the true date up on the little calendar at the top here, which is pretty nice. So there's never actually any real reason to go into the full calendar application. You can just stay within the widget really for most of the time that you're using it. Overall though, very nice little application. As I say, there's not much else we can show you. Here's the Twitter widget. Again, you can just scroll up and down quite easily. It's very nice and fluid. You can just tap on there to add in your new tweets and such, or you can tap directly on the widget to go into it. We just, I think it's actually down here. That'll take us directly into the Twitter application there, and again you can just enter on through and put in your status updates, or you can even use the search button down the bottom here to search Twitter, which is quite handy. And then you've also got various different views. You can just view all tweets, replies, direct messages to you, and also favourite tweets as well. So it's quite a handy little application, and this is pre-installed. This is HTC's Peep, as they're calling it. And also you get a nice little notification of a little bird at the top when you get a tweet, which you might have seen earlier on in one of the earlier videos. It's a nice little application. As I say, with regards to this search button at the bottom here, it can be used anywhere really. I mean, from the home screen we get a Google search here. You can also use it in the email application, so if we just tap on the mail here to open that up, and if we go back to the inbox, sorry, we can just search the inbox here just for bringing this up, and that allows us to search mail using the search button. So it's a pretty universal search, and again you can even go into text messages and use the search button in there. It'll bring up search messages, and you can search through even SMS, which is quite handy. And then obviously the other one is the people menu. You can use a search in here There's the smart dial, sorry, on that one. If we go into the actual people application, then you can bring up the search and just search for your contact that you want to speak to. So it's quite handy, and it's quite nice that it works universally throughout all the menus as well. Just opened up the Google Maps here, so you can see another cool function of the search button. If we just hit it from here, it allows us to search for local places. For example, you can search for somewhere to get pizza, or obviously search different entertainment or restaurants and things like that, which is quite neat. So as we say, if we just go with what they say here and stick in pizza, and we can actually see what's local to where we are in terms of pizza restaurants. So there we go, it's showing us where the local Pizza Hut is, and various other restaurants. What else have we got here? We've got Pizza Express and things like that nearby. So it's quite a nice app to use and quite handy for things like that as well. So if you're trying to look up on the yellow pages. I'm just going to quickly show you the people application now as well. So if we just jump into the menu here. As you can see, we've got quite a nice selection of made up contacts here for us. If we just pop down to Peter Griffin here, you can see various details. As you see, we've got this little 2 here, which is by the status updates for Facebook, and we've got updated photos and updated profile on Facebook, so we can go into more detail on those. As you can see here, we've just changed the images over to Peter Griffin, so that's why we've got the status update, but it takes you into sort of a Facebook application. Otherwise, you can move across to albums down the bottom here, and it'll show your Facebook photo albums here, and also Flickr albums at the bottom, which you can then just tap on, and it'll let you view the album, which is quite neat, I think. So as you can see here, we've got the album loaded up. We can just flick through as if it was even an album on our phone, or we can flip horizontally and look in landscape mode. We can tap on an image and view it full screen as well, and then flick through. Actually makes it a lot easier than bothering to log onto your computer to look at the photos, because it's so easy to do it here on the handset. That's a Flickr account, that particular one, but we can also just tap on this Facebook album here, and again we get the same thing where we can just tap on the photos and just flick through and look at them all. And again, you can use all the pinch gestures just as you'd expect to be able to, and just flick through like any normal photo album on the actual phone itself. So it's quite a handy application. So you can see all your updates and stuff, and you can move backwards and forwards and see different details on that particular person. So any emails from that one person, for example, will come up here, and all SMS conversations with that person here, and then all their details and stuff. So it's quite a nice little application to use. Makes it very easy to keep track of all your calls with that particular person, call history and everything as well. Rather than to go looking through all your contacts and all your call history to find particular calls from one person, it just collates it all into each person's contact entry for you. So it's pretty nice. Just look as well, we've got this favourites menu here, which you can set in the people menu, and you can just from this widget scroll up and down through your favourite contacts, contact images, and dial them either by just clicking their face. You can choose from all the different contacts options on their contact profile, so email, SMS or phone for example, or you can set this icon here default to be different for whichever you're most likely to contact the person with. So if you've got someone that you email more often, you can set them this little email icon, which, oops, just missed that one. If you actually tap the email icon, it'll take you directly into an email, and you can choose which you want to compose the email with. Or you can just set this one, for example, set up for SMS. So if we just tap, oops, again tap the wrong bit, tap that icon there, then it will go straight into an SMS message for me. Or for example, if I wanted to dial someone straight away, this icon here at the top has been preset with the default, can I get the right bit, default to call Boris Yeltsin there, which we don't actually want to do. So yeah, it makes it very easy to just quickly dial or text someone depending on what you're most likely to do with them, or just hit their profile picture and you can choose exactly what you want to do directly from their contact entry. So the last thing I have to show you on the HTC Hero is the Android Marketplace, probably one of the most important things of the Android platform. It's basically for downloading new applications and games you can see here for your phone. You've got some featured ones along the top here that you can just have a look at. Just things that people might be interested in. You can just tap on any one of those to read some information about it, and read comments and ratings that other people have given it, and even just click to install. Quite simple to do, really. Or you can of course use the search button to search, or click this search on the screen and search for different things. Or you can just tap and just literally just look through all applications. There's thousands and thousands of different applications on the Android Marketplace available to download, a lot of which, as you can see, are free, so they're not all paid for. In fact, I would imagine there's probably more free ones than paid applications. It's just a great way of really sort of customising your phone and putting all the bits and pieces on there that you'd like to use. Anyway, that's the HTC Hero, or as T-Mobile are calling it, the G2 Touch. It should be out very soon in the UK. It's already out on the Orange Network in graphite, and should be out in this white colour on T-Mobile very soon. So I'm Russ Jeffries for MobileBone.com and Android Authority. Thank you very much.